Hello everyone, welcome to BISP Solutions. BISP Solutions is a tech company that provides technical solutions across the world. So today's webinar will be on the topics logistics and shipping and compliance and reporting. So starting with reiteration that what is SCM, which is supply chain management. So the management of the flow of goods and services, which includes all processes that transform raw materials into final products, is called supply chain management. So why we are doing SCM in NetSuite? So let's take a hypothetical situation that we have a company called Veggie, so which is a growing food company which sells fresh organic snacks. So the company started small but is now growing rapidly, and they need a smart system to manage their supply chain efficiently. So it has several key processes in their supply chain, and they decided to use NetSuite to handle everything smoothly. So let's understand NetSuite supply chain management through their journey about why they are using Veggie is using NetSuite. So first of all, they will be planning demand, where they will come to know about what to produce. So they need to make sure they produce the right number of snacks. So if they produce too much, it will go waste. If they produce too little, customers will be disappointed. So NetSuite provided them a solution that NetSuite checks past sales data, current orders, and future trends to predict demand. Also, it tells how much raw materials they need and when to reorder. So for example, Veggie notices that during festival seasons, demand for organic cookies increased by 30%. So NetSuite's demand planning tool suggests that they should increase their raw material purchase accordingly. Next comes our procurement, which is buying raw materials efficiently, which now Veggie needs wheat, honey, and dry fruits for their snacks. So they buy these from different suppliers. But what if a condition applies that one supplier delays delivery, so it can mess up the entire production for the same? So NetSuite provided them the solution that automates purchase orders and sends directly to suppliers on time, and also it tracks supplier performance. If a supplier is always late, so NetSuite can suggest switching to a better one. So for example, Veggie order 50 kgs of organic honey from honey farms through NetSuite. So if honey farms fails to deliver on time, NetSuite alerts Fresh Bites and suggests an alternative supplier for the same. Then comes our inventory management, where the keeping track of stock is done. So Veggie needs to know how much raw material and finished goods they have at all the time. So if they have too much, it takes up space, and if they have too little, they can't fulfill customer orders. So NetSuite provided them a solution for the same thing, that NetSuite updates inventory in real time as goods comes and goes out, and also it prevents overstocking and stock shortages. So for example, Veggie saw a sudden increase in online orders, which reduces Veggie stock of organic almonds. So NetSuite automatically sends a reorder request to suppliers before they run out completely. After that comes our production planning, where once Veggie has all the ingredients, so they need to schedule production so that everything gets made on time and without waste. So NetSuite provided them a solution like it creates an optimized production plan based on demand and available raw materials, and also it ensures that machines and workers are utilized efficiently. So for example, Veggie factory has 2 production lines. So NetSuite assigns cookie production to one line and energy bars to another based on order priorities. Next comes our order management. So their processing order customer orders are done. So now that the Veggie has the finished products, so they need to ship them quickly to customers. But what if they get 1,000 orders in one day? So managing this manually is very impossible to manage. So NetSuite provides them a solution that automatically sorts, prioritizes, and assigns orders to the nearest warehouse, and also integrates with the shipping carriers like FedEx, Delivery, etc. to generate shipping labels. Also, it sends tracking details to customers for their reference. So, for example, a customer in Mumbai orders 10 packs of organic cookies. So, NetSuite assigns the order to the nearest warehouse. So, and also it generates an invoice for the same person's name and arranges shipping with Blue Dart. All automatically is done. Next comes our logistics and delivery, where getting products to customer are done. So Veggie needs to track where their products are during transit and also ensures on-time delivery. So for that, NetSuite provided them a solution that provides real-time tracking of shipments and also sends alerts if deliveries are delayed, and also helps them with finding the cheapest and fastest shipping option. So let's take an example that a truck carrying Veggie snacks gets stuck due to bad weather. So NetSuite suggests an alternative method and alternative route for that particular truck, and also informs the customer about the expected delay. Next comes our returns and customer service, where handling issues smoothly is done. So sometimes customer may return products due to damage or wrong items. So FreshBuy needs a way to process returns quickly and maintain customer satisfaction. So for that particular thing, NetSuite provided them a solution about managing return requests automatically and updating inventory accordingly to that, and also issues refunds refunds or replacement without manual effort. So let's take an example. A customer receives a broken cookie box while in transit, only it got broken. So they raise a request for return, and NetSuite instantly processes a replacement without manual intervention of the company. So from these steps, final outcome comes for a smooth and efficient supply chain. So before using NetSuite, Veggie struggled with delays, inventory issues, and manual errors, but now there is no stock shortages, which means everything is planned ahead. Also, faster order fulfillment is done, where automated processing reduces delays, and after that, reduce waste and cost is there, where smart procurement and production planning is done, and also happy customers are there for because of faster deliveries and better service. So why use NetSuite for supply chain? Because it's a cloud base which can be accessed anytime, anywhere. End-to-end automation, where from procurement to delivery is done on automatically. Real-time analytics, where it makes data-driven decisions, and scalability, where it grows with your business only. So with these examples and these steps, we got to know that Veggie successfully scaled their business using NetSuite supply chain management, whether it's tracking inventory, automating procurement, or managing logistics. So NetSuite handles everything seamlessly only. So in our previous session, we have understood manufacturing, work orders, assembly builds, bill of material, vendor and supplier management, vendor scorecards, contracts, and RFQs. So let's take an example for getting a clear picture of manufacturing to finished products. So Let's suppose there's a company called Laville Inc. So there meet Ashish, a manufacturing manager working at Laville Inc. So a company that produces electronic gadgets. So Laville Inc. Follows a structured process from sourcing raw materials to assembling finished products and managing vendors efficiently using NetSuite only. So the phases involved from raw materials to finished products. First, they will be setting up the manufacturing process, where Ashish starts by defining the bill of material, which lists all components needed to assemble a product. So for example, to build a smartwatch, bills of material includes a digital display, a battery, a strap and a motherboard for the same. Next phase involves creating work orders and assembly builds. So there, once customer orders start coming in, so Ashish generates work orders in NetSuite. These work orders instruct the factory to assemble the products, and the team then executes assembly builds where raw materials are transformed into finished products. Phase 3 involves vendor and supplier management, where Ashish also needs to ensure a steady supply of raw materials. So NetSuite helps track vendor performance using vendor scorecards, managing long-term agreements through contracts, and request quotes using RFQs, which is request for quotation, to get the best prices. So through these steps, Laville Inc. efficiently manufactures and deliver high quality products while optimizing vendor relationship. So let's dive in detailed explanation for the same. So first comes our bills of materials, where BOM is a list of materials required to build a product. It includes part names, quantities and descriptions. So for example, to manufacture a laptop, the BOM would contain 1 unit of screen, 1 unit of processor, 2 unit of RAM and 1 unit battery. So the navigation required is go to lists option. Under the list we will be getting supply chain. Under supply chain we will be getting our bills of material, and we can create a new BOM for the product, which is laptop. So then comes our work orders. So what is work orders? A work order is an instruction to produce a certain quantity of an item using the BOM. So for example, if a customer orders 100 smartwatches, so Ashish creates a work order for 100 units, instructing the factory to start production for the same. So on screen we can see the work order is there, where we can provide the description of the product which we are going to manufacture, and the quantity we have to manufacture, like 1 or 2, and then the total pricing of the same products which are used for making that end product. So for that, the navigation requires transactions. Under transaction we will be getting our manufacturing. Under manufacturing we can enter work orders for the same. Then comes our assembly builds, which is converting raw materials into products. So it's the process of taking raw materials from inventory. So it's the process of taking raw materials from inventory and assembling the finished product. So in NetSuite we can find assembly build, where reference number is need to be generated after the assembly build is saved, and we can select what we have to assemble, like computer. We can select it from the drop down list. Then quantity to be built is two laptops or 2 computers we have to make, and also we can enter the inventory detail for the same. After that, classification, where we will be mentioning the subsidiary, for which subsidiary we are making the same, and and components which are included while making computers. So we have included keyboard and mousepad for the same, and the quantity on hand we have created 4 for each, and inventory will need to be filled up for the same. Then comes our this assembly build. Let's take an example. Once the work order is approved, so the assembly team takes the component listed in the BOM and assembles them into finished smartwatches. For that, they have to follow the navigation as go to transactions. Under transaction, they will be finding manufacturing. Under manufacturing, enter assembly builds are there, so they can make assembly builds from there also. All manually will be done. Then comes our vendor scorecard, vendor and supplier management. So vendor management includes vendor onboarding, vendor self-service, and vendor communication. So a vendor scorecard helps rate vendors based on delivery time, quality, and pricing. So for an example, Ashish wants to track Lavale's company performance as a supplier of smartwatch batteries. So the scorecard helps evaluating if deliveries were on time or if there were any defects there. So for that they have to navigate from vendors. Under vendors they will be finding vendor scorecards. Under vendor scorecards there will be new creation of vendor and supplier management, or we can say vendor scorecards only. Then comes the contracts, which is managing supplier agreements. So a contract is a long-term agreement with a vendor for pricing, quantities, and delivery schedules. So for example, Lavale Inc signs a 1-year contract with Lavale Electronics for battery supply at a fixed price. So for that they have to enter contracts in NetSuite. So for that they have to navigate through vendors. Under vendors they will be getting contracts. Under contracts they can create a new contract for the same. Next comes our RFQs, which is request for quotation, where an RFQ is a request sent to multiple vendors to get pricing before finalizing a purchase. So for example, Ashish sends an RFQ to 3 vendors for smartwatch displays. So the vendors with the best price and quality is selected for the same. So for making a RFQ in NetSuite, they have to follow the navigation as purchasing. Under purchasing they will get request for quote, and after that a new RFQ can be made. So in today's agenda we will be understanding topics as logistics and shipping, carrier and integration, freight, shipping rules, compliance and reporting, audit trails, compliance reports, and custom reports. So first started in carrier integration, where the carrier integration in NetSuite allows businesses to connect their ERP system with major shipping carriers, which is FedEx, UPS, and DHL. Like in the image we can see the Shipway is there, where Shopify plus Amazon is doing FedEx International only. So for example, a company selling electronic gadgets wants to automate its shipping process. So by integrating NetSuite and with FedEx, shipping rates are fetched automatically, shipping labels are generated within NetSuite, and tracking numbers are updated in real time. So for that, navigation requires setup. Under setup we will be getting shipping. Under shipping we can get carrier integration for the same. Then comes our freight management, where freight management in NetSuite helps businesses handle large shipments by calculating cost, managing logistics providers, and optimizing delivery schedules. So for example, a furniture manufacturer ships large orders across the country. So by setting up freight management in NetSuite, they can compare cost between carriers and select the most cost effective option. So for that, navigation requires as transactions. Under transaction, they will be getting purchasing, then they can enter purchase order for the same. Next comes our shipping rules. So shipping rules in NetSuite define how and when orders should be shipped based on weight, destination and priority levels. So for example, a clothing retailer offers free shipping for orders above 1 lakh and charges a standard fee for lower value orders. So they set up a rule in NetSuite to apply free shipping automatically when the order meets the criteria. So for that, navigation involves setup. Under setup, we can click on shipping. Under shipping, we can get shipping rules for the same. Then comes our compliance and reporting. So compliance and reporting refers to the processes that ensure an organization adheres to regulatory, legal and internal standards while systematically recording and disclosing financial and operational data. So compliance involves following laws, regulations and internal policies to mitigate risk and ensure ethical business practices are done. Reporting is the structured presentation of financial and operational data to stakeholders, which includes regulatory bodies, management and investors. Then key feature involves regulatory adherence, where it ensures compliance with local and international laws, industry standards and company policies, for example IFRS, GAAP, SD, SOX and GDPR. Next comes our accuracy and transparency, where it provides precise and verifiable financial statements, tax reports and operational metrics. Next comes our audit readiness, which maintains proper documentation and audit trails to support external and internal audits. Next comes our automated compliance monitoring, where it uses ERP systems like NetSuite, SAP or Oracle to automate tracking and reporting. Next comes our data security and confidentiality, which protects sensitive data through encryption, role-based access is given and cybersecurity protocols will be followed. Then real-time reporting, where it enables real-time tracking of financial performance, tax compliance and operational KPIs. Next is our customizable dashboards, where it provides visual reports and insights tailored to different stakeholders. Next comes our tax and regulatory filings. So it streamlines tax calculations, submissions and compliance with jurisdictional tax laws, for example GST, VAT, corporate tax, like that. Next comes our risk management, which identifies compliance risk and implements controls to prevent financial and reputational damage. Last comes our standardization and consistency, which ensures reports follow standardized templates, reducing errors and inconsistencies. Next comes our NetSuite reporting features, where NetSuite provides robust reporting and analytics tools that help businesses track financial performance, compliance and operational efficiency. So these features allow users to generate real-time reports, create customized dashboards and ensure compliance with financial regulations. So key features involve: first, pre-built financial reports. So NetSuite includes standard reports such as balance sheet, income statement, cash flow statement, tax reports, and also helps businesses track financial health and regulatory compliance. Next comes safe searches, which allows customers to create custom searches for real-time data analysis, filters and sorts data dynamically for deeper insights, and it can be exported in various formats like CSV, PDF or Excel. Next comes our suite analytics, reports and dashboards, where it provides real-time analytics with visual dashboards and KPIs, and users can track financials, inventory, sales, and customer data in a single view only. And also it supports drill down functionality for deeper data exploration. Fourth is our custom report builder, which means it enables users to modify standard reports or create custom reports, and it provides features as drag and drop functionality for easy report customization. Next comes NetSuite financial reporting, where advanced features for consolidated financial statements across multiple subsidiaries are there, and it provides custom financial segmentation for different business unit or locations. Next comes multi-subsidiary and multi-currency reporting, where it supports businesses with global operations by providing consolidated financials across multiple currencies and locations, and automated currency conversion based on exchange rate is done. Then comes our drill down and drill through capabilities, where users can click on summarize data to view detailed transactions, and helps in audit trails and financial reconciliation. Next is our advanced PDF or Excel reporting, where users can export reports in PDF, Excel, or CSV formats. Supports custom formatting and branding for professional reports. Ninth is our scheduling and automated reporting. So it allows scheduling reports to be automatically generated and emailed to stakeholders, and it also reduces manual efforts and improves efficiency. Last is our compliance and audit readiness. So it helps maintaining regulatory compliance by ensuring proper financial documentation, and also it supports audit trails for SOX, IFRS, GAAP, and local tax regulations. So use cases of NetSuite reporting. So finance team, which generate real-time financial reports for decision making. Accounting teams, which ensure compliance with tax and audit requirements. Operation teams, which track inventory, supply chain performance, and expenses. Last is our executives and management, which uses dashboard for strategic planning and business insights. So next comes our audit trails, where audit trails in NetSuite track all changes made to transactions and records, which ensures transparency and compliance with financial regulations. For example, a company undergoing an external audit needs to verify changes made to financial transactions. Using audit trails, they can track who modified a record, what changes were made, and when. So for that, they have to navigate to NetSuite. So they have to go to setup. Under setup, company option, under company they can click on audit trail for the same. Next comes our compliance reports, where NetSuite provides compliance reports for tax filing, regulatory adherence, and financial reporting. For example, a business operating in multiple states needs to file tax report. So NetSuite generates automated reports ensuring compliance with regional tax laws. So for that, they have to navigate through reports. Under reports, financial. Under financial, they can get tax reports for the same. Then comes our custom reports, where custom reports in NetSuite allows businesses to tailor reports based on their unique needs using safe searches and advanced reporting tool. So for an example, a CFO needs a monthly profitability report which shows revenue versus expenses. So a custom report is created using NetSuite reporting tool. So for that, they have to navigate through reports. Under reports, save searches. Under save searches, new search can be clicked on. So this much we have understood, that covers our SCM completely. Let's start with our navigation, which we have not done in our previous session because of tool not working. So let's start with our manufacturing, which is bills of material. So this is our NetSuite tool. This is the dashboard. We have to see our BOM, which is bills of material. So we have to go to our list. Under list we can go to our supply chain. Under supply chain we can get our bills of material and then new. So in bills of material there is one bills of material is made for Honda car BOM. So for viewing the same we can just click on view option. Under view option we can get the name of Honda car BOM, which is used on assembly building, and also if we want to fill memo, so we can do that also. So bills of material, which is available for all locations, and subsidiaries for parent company, and also it includes children, and it is used on assembly also, and it is already created on the date, which is 23. It can be created on 23rd, and the revisions are done. Revision A, which start from 12th Feb and effective end date is 28th Feb, and revision B, if there is something else to be changed or revised, so it will be starting from 1st March till 31st March. And this is how we can make bills of material. If we want to create a new bill of material in NetSuite, we can just click on this blue button for creating a new bill of materials. So I will show you all that how bills of materials in NetSuite page looks like. So this is bills of material page where we can enter any name. We can restrict to assemblies for the same, and it is available for all location. It is already checked. If we clicked on unchecking the dialog box, then this feature will be opening up. After that we have to select subsidiary here, and if we create a task for the same, we can just title it here, and priority goes like medium, low, high, and start date and end date should be mentioned here. So this is how we can make bills of material in NetSuite. And if we want to create a work order, so we have to go to our transactions. Under transactions we have to go to our manufacturing. Under manufacturing we have to create and enter work orders. As per the navigation I already showed you all on PPT. So this is how our work order will look like. We have to mention the customer name and job he or she is doing. Quantity we have to mention. Production and date we have to mention over here. It is not necessary, but we can mention. Assembly items we have to select. Subsidiary, where we can select subsidiary as per parent company, Australia subsidiary, US subsidiary. Class is not necessary to be filled up. And under items we can select any item which we want to create a work order for, and this is how our work order will look like. And if we want to see the list of work orders which are made in NetSuite, we can just click on list option, and here we can get all the work orders which are already made in NetSuite application. And if we want to view any one order which is made for some product, so we can just click on view option for the same, and then It will take around 5 to 6 seconds because it's a test environment. That's why it might take time. And here you all can see order number is 1, assembly is for Honda car, and bills of material is for Honda car BOM. Bills of material division, which is division A only, and Honda engine, Honda gear rod, Honda steering, Honda tire items are mentioned over here, and quantity is 1 each, and used in build. So Honda tire are 4 because a car has 4 tires. So as the Honda car is made, so 4 tires, quantity will be 4 only, and comment is available quantity in each of the commit, and item source is stock only, and the planned component issue date is 12th Feb, and we can see the history for the same. So if we want to print BOM, as it is already built, so we have to create a build, so we can just print the BOM from here. So till now we have discussed about bills of materials and work orders. After that, if we want to build assembly, so we have to go to our transactions under transaction manufacturing, and here we can see building assembly. So we can just see the list of assemblies built in NetSuite. The page I showed you all in my PPT also. So we can create a assembly build for the same. Here assembly is for computer, inventory detail. If we click on inventory detail, it will open a new dialog box, and quantity to build is 1 or 2 as per our requirement, as per our company demand. Bills of material division, we can select it from here. Subsidiary, we have to mention parent company only, and location is as per parent Midwest, which is subsidiary's child company. And if there is any product, so it will be shown here for assembly building. So this is how we can build our assembly. So till now we have discussed about BOM, work orders, and assembly building. Then comes our vendor scorecard. So we have to go to our vendors. So this feature is not available in our test environment, so there is no issue. If you all want to create a vendor management or vendor scorecard, so you can go to vendor option. Under vendor option, you will be getting vendor scorecard option. There we can create a new vendors. Then comes our contract. So it is available in vendors only, where in vendors there is contracts. After contracts, we can create a new contract for the same. Then our RFQ, which is request for quote. So purchasing, so request for quote is available here. So for that, we can just create a request for quote. For the employee name, you can select it from here. Like I am selecting Kalyandi, and start date is from today only, we are starting it, and it is for 23. Let's suppose parent company currency, we are using euro, and parent company is not required. So we are using US West subsidiary. Currency exchange rate is provided as 1.509 and number of pricing tier it is given here. So this is how we can make request for quotes in NetSuite. If you want to see the list of requests for quotes available in NetSuite, so there is one which is closed right now and the color field is cream only, and if you clicked on this edit bar, it will show us the editing feature of this request for quotes. So till now we have discussed about bills of materials, work orders, assembly building, vendor scorecard, contracts, RFQs, which is request for quotation. Next comes our carrier integration, which we have discussed today. So under setup we will be going to our shipping option, which is there or not. It is not there, but we can search it from this global search. So this is in setup shipping, so we can click on this. So here you all can see the default shipping carrier is FedEx, USPs or more. If we want to create in UPS, and default shipping method is not there, and if there is any carrier registration over here, it will be showing us in this tab, and once we have submitted, it will create our shipping setup. Then comes our freight management, where under transactions, purchases, enter purchase order, which we have discussed in our first session about purchase order creation. So over there we can create a purchase order again for the product which we are shipping from FedEx or delivery. Then you all know about making purchase order, as I explained in detail in our previous sessions about creating purchase order. So purchase order is done. Then comes our setup shipping rules. Shipping rules is also in is not there in our NetSuite. So if you all are having any NetSuite application and it is not a test environment, so you all can get the setup option. Under setup we will be going to our shipping. Under shipping rules are there, so you all can provide shipping rules over there. Then comes our compliance and reporting, which is meaning and feature. So audit trails, where we will be selecting our setup. Under setup company, under company audit trail will be there. So it is not there in our NetSuite. Let's again find it out. If you all couldn't see over here from here, so we can just click on audit trail, and it is under transactions. Under management we can see our audit trail, where there is users called Kathy and Raja are the audit trail managers who can create, change and delete any entries or transactions. And transaction type, they can do change in assembly, build, assembly, unbilled, balancing journal, bill credit and stuffs like that. And account they can manage, it is provided over here as per COA, and name is provided here. And once we have submitted this audit trail, So we can just click on 442. So this is already made. Assembly build is made on 17th, 19th purchase order is made. So this is how we can see our audit trails. If we want to see our text reports, so we have to go to our reports. Under reports, financial, under financial, text reports are there. So it is not available in text reports. So if you are not finding, again click on our global search, it is also not there. So custom reports, for that we have to go to reports, under report save searches, and creating a new save searches. For that it will ask us search type, and we have to select our financial or inventory. So if we click on inventory, so inventory and bin numbers, it will show us a new page. It will take around 2 to 3 seconds to reload. So this page is called saved inventory and bin number search, where we have created search title as custom inventory and bin number search. We have to give this ID, which is _93_TD. It is hypothetical. You can use any ID number as per yours, and then we can save the same, and it will be created save searches. So till now we have discussed about creating purchase orders, BOM, and RFQs, contracts, vendor scorecards, manufacturing, which is assembly builds, and work orders we have created. Then we have made shipping, carrier integration, purchasing, which is purchase order already I have mentioned, and shipping rules, and compliance, which includes our audit trail, text reports, save searches. So I hope this much navigation you all got to understand. Then learnings till now we had is of inventory management, where tracking items, locations, bins, and serial number for efficient stock control is there. Then we have discussed about procurement and purchasing, where managing purchase orders, vendor relationships, and approvals to streamline procurement is done. Then comes our order management, which ensures seamless sales order processing, fulfillment, returns, and back orders. Then comes our demand and supply planning, which uses forecasting, reorder points, and supply plans to maintain optimal inventory levels. Then comes our warehouse management, where enhancing efficiency through pick, pack, ship processes, bin management, and transfer and cycle counting is done. Then comes our warehouse management, where enhancing efficiency through pick, pack, ship processes is there, and bin transfers and cycle counting is there. Then comes our manufacturing, which is managing work orders, assembly builds, and bill of materials for production control. And then we have discussed about vendor and supplier management today, which evaluates vendors with scorecards, managing contracts, and handling RFQs. Then comes our logistics and shipping, where it integrates with the carriers, managing freight, and applying automated shipping rules. Lastly, we have discussed today our compliance and reporting, where ensuring regulatory adherence with audit trails, compliance reports, and custom reporting. So by understanding key components of inventory management, procurement and purchasing, order management, demand and supply planning, warehouse management, manufacturing, vendor and supplier management, logistics and shipping, and compliance and reporting in NetSuite, There's an effective use of these NetSuite capabilities which empowers businesses to optimize operations, improve efficiency, and maintain compliance. So by leveraging automation, real-time data, and integrated workflows, organization can enhance decision making and stay competitive in a rapidly evolving market. So thank you for your participation in this webinar. We hope this webinar session has provided valuable insights to help you all to maximize NetSuite potential. If you all have any doubts or questions or need any further clarification on specific topic, feel free to reach out. So happy optimizing with NetSuite. Thank you.